Hello students! In this lesson we're going to solve a Smart Junior 5 workbook. So I need you to bring your workbooks, and also you're going to need a pencil and a rubber. Okay, here we go. We're going to start with page 3. Page 3. The questionnaire. The questionnaire. Exercise 1. Read and complete. اقرأ وأكمل. Hello, my name is Thomas Brown, but everyone calls me Tom. My address is 27 Hell Street. My telephone number is 555-1315. I was born in a city called Fairfield. On 12th of February, I go to Summerstone Primary School. My favorite food is pizza. My favorite sport is swimming. So here we have questions about this text. These questions are called a questionnaire. It's to be on, just like we explained in Smart Student book, Smart 5 Student book. So his full name. What's his full name? Thomas Brown. Very good. It's right here. Thomas Brown. What's his address? What's his address? His address is 27 Hill Street, Fairfield. The city is Fairfield. His telephone number, that's right, it's right here, 555-1315. What about his date of birth? What's his date of birth? 12th of February. Very good. What's his favorite food? Pizza. His favorite sport? Swimming. Very good. So now I need you to stop the video and write it down in your workbooks. أريدكم توقفون الفيديو وتكتبونه بالworkbook الخاص بكم. Excellent. Now let's go into the exercise 2. In exercise 2, we're going to make our own questionnaire. It means الاستبيان الخاص بينا. Yeah? What are we going to ask about? عن شنو راح نسأل? Of course, they're the same questions. نفس الأسئلة. For example, we're going to ask about the name. What's your name? Yeah? Okay? Or what's your full name? What's your full name? Number 2, what do you want to ask them about? Maybe a telephone number? So we say, what's your telephone number? What's your telephone number? We can write it here in number 2. In number 3, we can ask about the address. What's your address? What's your address? In number 4, we are going to ask about date of birth. For example, what's your date of birth? Very good. Number 5, we're going to ask about favorite food. What's your favorite food? Number 6, ask about favorite sport. What's your favorite sport? It's very easy. You can write it down. You can get a help from exercise 1. Okay? Now, let's jump to page 4. Page 4, Smart Kids. Exercise 1. Read and complete. اقرأ وأكمل. Artist. What does it mean, artist? It means فنان أو رسام. That's right. Now, newspaper. Newspaper. What does it mean, newspaper? جريدة. Very good. Reporter. Reporter. Reporter اللي هو مراسل. Author. Author, which is كاتب, just like writer. Photographer. Photographer, which is مصور. Very good. Now, number 1. My father reads every Sunday morning. So what does he read? What does he read? He reads an artist, newspaper, reporter, author, or photographer. What do you think? Very good, a newspaper. الجريدة. My father reads the newspaper every Sunday morning. Number 2. Pauline Harper is a famous. She writes books for children. So she's a famous what? She writes books. So what is the occupation related to books? المهنة اللي لها علاقة بالبooks الكتب. Author, very good. مؤلف أو كاتب. Author, very good. Number 3. Bill wants to become a or an. He loves taking photos. So what is the occupation that has something to do with photos? Photographer, very good. Photographer. Number 4. Amanda's paintings are very good. She is a or an. So she draw paintings. Who is she? She is an artist. Very good. She is an artist. Number 5. The is interviewing the famous actor George Clooney at the moment. So someone who does interviews, what's his job? Reporter. That's right. Again, I need you to stop the video and write down the answers in your workbook, please. Good job. Now let's go to exercise 2. Exercise 2 is listening. So please listen and write U for what they usually do and N for what they're doing now. U for what they usually do اللي عادة يسووها كل يوم يسووها أو عادة أو غالبا خلينا نقول you write you للأشياء اللي غالبا يسووها we write you نكتب حرف اليو but we write N for what they're doing now للأشياء اللي يسووها في الوقت الحالي نكتب N letter N. So please listen carefully.
Workbook Module 1 Smart Kids. Activity 2. Listen and write U for what they usually do and N for what they're doing now. 1.
This is Alan. He is from the UK, but he lives in Spain now. Alan is a photographer. He usually travels to different places at weekends and takes photos of the places and people. Today is Monday. Alan is at home and he's reading one of his favorite books. It's a story about some friends from different countries. It's an interesting book.
2.
This is Stephanie. She is from the US and she's 25 years old. Stephanie is a reporter. She usually works at weekends. She goes and interviews famous people, actors, singers, authors, artists, and many more. Then she gives the interviews to newspapers or magazines. But this weekend, she isn't working. It's Sunday morning, and Stephanie is painting a picture. She loves painting.
3.
This is Ken. He is from China. He is a famous chef there, and he works in one of the biggest restaurants. At the weekend, he is usually in his restaurant making his delicious dishes. Everybody loves his food. It's Monday today, and Ken doesn't work on Mondays. He is at home. He's reading the newspaper and relaxing.
Okay, so we listened to what these people usually do and what they are doing now. Now we have to solve it. Let's go to number 1. This is Alan. He's from the UK. He's what? He's a photographer. That's his job. So this is something he usually do. He usually take photos. So we're going to write you in here. But now, what is he doing? Now he's reading his favorite book. It's called Friends. So we are going to write N in here. Number 2, Stephanie. Stephanie is a reporter. So she usually make interviews with people, alright, because this is her job. She usually does that. So we are going to write you in here. But now she is painting a picture because she loves painting. So we write N in here. Number 3, Ken. Ken is a chef. He's from China. So he works in a big restaurant. He's a chef. He cooks most of his time. He cooks because this is his job. So that's something he usually do. We're going to write you in here. And what about now? What is he doing now? He's reading a newspaper and relaxing. So, and very good. Let's go to exercise 3. Read and complete. Use the present simple or the present progressive. Present simple المضارع البسيط. Present progressive المضارع المستمر. Okay, this one we use do and does with this one, and also third person singular s نستعمل وياه اس الشخص الثالث. But this one we use is are plus verb with ing. Okay, now let's read. Mr. Simpson work at Lockwood School. So he usually, or sorry, he works in there. He works in there. That's his job. He goes to that school 5 days a week or 6 days a week. So this is something he does like every week. بما إنه هذا الشيء يتكرر, so we have to use what? Present simple. لأنه هذا الشيء يتكرر ويا الأشياء اللي تتكرر دائما أو ويا الحقائق, we have to use present simple. So works. Why did we put an s at the end of the verb? Because Mr. Simpson is singular. لأنه Mr. Simpson مفرد. السيد Simpson مفرد. So we put an s in here. Now he is an English teacher, but he can speak other languages too. يستطيع التكلم لغات أخرى أيضا. He speak Spanish, French and Korean. So this is a fact about him. هذه حقيقة عنه. Yeah, he does that. هو يفعل هذا الشيء. He doesn't do it now. هو ما يسوي فقط في الوقت الحالي, وإنما يقدر يسوي like most of his time. So we have to use present simple tense in here. نستعمل زمن المضارع البسيط. Present simple. He speaks. Again, we can see third person singular s in here because we have he singular. Now, in the afternoon, Mr. Simpson worked for the Lockwood newspaper. So, in the afternoon, what does he do? He works for the Lockwood newspaper. هو يعمل في مدرسة Lockwood. He usually write articles. So, usually, this is adverb of frequency. ظرف من ظروف التكرار. So, every time we see it, دائما بنشوفها, it means we have to use present simple. لازم نستعمل المضارع البسيط. Writes. But Mr. Simpson not write an article. بما إنه عندي but معناتها لكن, it means this sentence is different than this sentence. من نشوف كلمة لكن معناتها زمن هذه الجملة الجاية يختلف عن زمن الجملة اللي قبلها, فبالتالي ايش راح تكون؟ راح تكون بزمن المضارع المستمر أو present progressive أو ing. Okay, so Mr. Simpson isn't writing because he is a singular, so is not writing. الverb لازم نضيف له ing بما أنه عندنا استمرارية. He sit in the sun. What is he doing then if he isn't writing? بما أنه هو isn't writing an article, ماذا يكتب مقالة. So what is he doing? ماذا يفعل? He is sitting in the sun. يجلس تحت الشمس. Now, you may notice that the T here is doubled. Look, when we have a three-letter verb, عندنا فعل مكون من 3 letters. The last one is consonant, but this one is what? Is a vowel. this verb is a vowel. هذا هذا letter vowel ينتهي بحرف صحيح لكن قبل حرف علة. We have to double the T, which is الحرف الصحيح, and then we add ing. Sitting. He is sitting in the sun. And he talk on his mobile phone. So نفس الزمن بما انه عندي and معناتها شنو و. So the same tense. He is talking on the phone, on the mobile phone. It's July and Mr. Simpson is on holiday. في عطلة. Okay, please stop the video and write the answers in your workbook. Alright, thank you. Now, let's go to page 5. Page 5. Exercise 1. Find 8 verbs in the past tense. Then write the verbs in the base form. So here we have verbs. عندنا أفعال in the past tense بالزمن الماضي. We have to find them. لازم نلقاهم first. They're 8. Okay? And then we're going to put them in the base form. نرجعهم لحالتهم الأصلية. Okay, let's search for these verbs. خلينا ندور عليهم together. Okay. The first one is this. Made. صنع. Made. Okay. The second one is this one. Read. قرأ. Read. Okay. Now, the third one is in here. Came. أتى. Came. Okay. And also in here we have left. غادر. Left. Arrived. وصل. Arrived. Wrote. كتب. Went. ذهب. Swam. Okay, so I need you to circle these verbs, and now let's put them in the base form. Okay, the first one we said is made. In the base form بالحالة المضارعة أو الحالة البيس it becomes make يصنع. Made صنع. Number 2 we said read. Look, read يقرأ, but in the past it becomes read. The same spelling but different pronunciation. pronunciation أو التلفظ مختلف. This is red and this is read. Just like the color red. مثل اللون الأحمر. The color red. And this is read. Okay. Came. أتى. That's in the past. In the base form it's come. يأتي. Left. غادر. Leave. يغادر. Leave. Arrived. أتى أو وصل. Arrive. يصل. Arrive. Wrote. Remember, when we have WR, this W is silent. So we say wrote. E silent. So only these 3 letters we pronounce them. Wrote is the past tense of write. يكتب. Went. Go. Swam. Swim. يسبح. سبح. Swam. Okay, so please stop the video and write it down in your book. Thank you. Okay, now let's go to exercise 2. Exercise 2 says, what did Max do and what didn't he do yesterday? Look at his schedule and write sentences using the past simple. So this is Max's schedule, and these are the things he did and he didn't do yesterday. We have to write sentences using the past simple only. Look, for example, at 9 a.m. he went shopping, and also he bought computer games. So why did we use the affirmative state? Because there's a tick in here. ليش استخدمنا حالة الإثبات؟ لأنه هو حاط لي tick. Okay, so he did it. Alright? Now, at 12 p.m. The past tense of have, الماضي مال have, is had. So at 12 p.m. he had lunch. Okay, because there is a tick, we say he had lunch. So yesterday Max went shopping at 9 o'clock and bought computer games. Full stop. He had lunch at 12 p.m. Okay, but let's go to 3 p.m. At 3 p.m. Sorry, he didn't do it. Look, cross. So at 3 p.m. he didn't play volleyball. Listen, didn't. So since we have did, بما انه عندنا هنا did, we don't have to put the verb in the past tense because did is in the past. من تكون عندنا did موجودة بالجملة معناتها هي اللي سحبت الفعل الماضي او الاثر الماضي بالجملة، فبالتالي الفعل الرئيسي او المين verb راح يكون بحالته البيس. اوكي، ما نضيف له ايدي او نسويه بالماضي لانه هي اللي اخذت الماضي. He didn't play volleyball at 3 p.m. So he did his homework at 6 p.m. Listen, the past tense of do is did. هذه do شنو الماضي مالتها؟ did. will go الماضي مالتها went. played, have, had, go, went, and buy, bought. We have to memorize these verbs. هذه الأفعال لازم نحفظها على الغيب، ما ننساها لأنه جدا مهمة. So he did his homework at 6 p.m. but he didn't go to the cinema with John at 8 p.m. He didn't go to the cinema with John at 8 p.m. Why did we say didn't go? Why didn't went? Because we have didn't or did. هذه did قلنا هي تسحب الفعل الماضي أو الأثر الماضي بالجملة، فبالتالي الفعل أو main verb راح ينزل بحالته البيس بدون أي تغييرات. Okay, so please stop the video and write it down in your workbook. Good. Let's move on to exercise 3. Exercise 3 says write the questions for the answers. Now we have answers and we need to write questions for them. So, for example, number 1, yes he did. He visited the zoo yesterday. So how can I make a question using this answer? First of all, this is a yes no question. هذا هو يسمونه yes no question لأنه الإجابة بادية بيس. زين، بما أنه هو yes no question معناتها السؤال بادي بالفعل المساعد اللي هو في حالة الزمن الماضي شنو؟ did. Okay, so راح نخلي did اللي هو هذا. Okay, so did واللي هي راح نساعدها اللي هو subject الفاعل. Did he visit the zoo yesterday? Listen, we put visit, not visited. ما خلينا visit بالزمن الماضي. Why? Because we have did. لأنه عندنا did. قلنا did هي اللي تسحب الزمن الماضي. هي اللي تأخذ أثر الزمن الماضي. Did he visit the zoo yesterday? Yes, he did. He visited the zoo yesterday. Now, number 2. No, I didn't. I didn't send Helen an email last night. So, Again, we have yes, no question. What are we gonna use? We're going to use the auxiliary verb did. So الانسر بالانسر اكو I معناتها أنا. So شو راح نقول؟ Did يصير أقول did I؟ هو technically يصير but it doesn't make sense. I cannot ask myself. I ask someone in front of me. أسأل شخص واقف قبالي. So شو راح نقول له؟ Did you send Helen an email last night? Did you send Helen an email last night? Did plus subject الفاعل اللي هو قلنا you معناتها أنت لأنه أنا دحكي ويا اللي قبالي واقف. Did you send in the base form مو بالpast form because we have did. Helen an email last night? No, I didn't. I didn't send Helen an email last night. Number 3. No, they didn't. They didn't read the newspaper last Sunday. Again, we have to start with did. Did they, because we have the subject they, did they read the newspaper last Sunday? Did they read the newspaper last Sunday? Number 4. Yes, we did. We went to the cinema yesterday. Very good. So now we have to start with did, right? But listen. I'm asking a group in front of me. مجموعة من الأشخاص قبالي أنا قاعدة أسألهم. Okay? Remember, we use you for singular and plural. Singular and plural. للمفرد وللجمع نستعمل اليو اللي هو بالعربية معناتها أنت أو أنتم. Okay? So, did you أنا مجموعة من الناس قبالي ودا أسألهم كلهم. شو راح أقولهم؟ Did you go to the cinema yesterday? راح يقولوا لي yes we did. We went to the cinema yesterday. Okay? It's pretty simple. Very simple. You just need to practice it. So please write it down in your workbook. Alright, let's go to the last exercise we have for this lesson, which is number 4. Write 3 sentences with some of the following words, then read them to your partner. Okay, we have these words. We already learned them in student book. اللي أخذناها وتعلمناها بالstudent book, and we need to write sentences using them. Okay? نستعمل بعض المفردات لكتابة جمل sentences. Okay, so we need to write 3 sentences. So I wrote these sentences. I suggest for you these sentences, and you of course you have the right to write any sentences you like. My sentences are: I met a famous singer yesterday. Met is the past tense of meet. Meet يقابل. met قابلت. I met a famous singer yesterday. مغني مشهور البارحة. The kids were very noisy. The kids were very noisy. كانوا جدا noisy يعني you know هوسة ضوضاء. He was very serious with me. كان جادا جدا معي. Okay? So, you can write any sentences you like. And this is the end of our first lesson in solving a smart workbook. See you in next lesson inshallah. Goodbye.